I have to give you another 10-pointer, John. You called it. You coined it. And, boy, it was probably... there were 2 links that were most emailed this week, and this was one of them. Alcohol more harmful than heroin.
I love that one.
So
we should have done this story last Sunday. We forgot to.
No, I don't think this had come out on Sunday. I think this came out Sunday afternoon.
You think?
Yeah.
I thought it was last week.
No, we would have been all over this. No, you're confused, old man. You're confused.
I might be. Huh?
So now I think we should do a little deconstruction on this. First, maybe you should reassert for the new listeners your coinage of the term. It was new to me, at least, of Neo-Prohibitionism. Yeah,
Neo-Prohibition. There's been a movement afoot to reestablish prohibition laws in the United States. And the way you do that is by demonizing drink as much as you can.
Now, why would people want to prohibit the intake of alcohol? Why would that be?
Well, you have to go back to the original prohibition movement, and it always turns out to be, some people, the rationale is, you get in a car and you drive and you kill somebody. But there just seems to be, it seems to be underlying the whole thing seems to be a control issue. It's harder to control. That's why the entire Muslim world doesn't drink. It's harder to control people.
When they're hammered.
When they're you don't even have to be hammered. A lot of people one drink and they can see that something's bogus. In fact, I have a clip which has got to be. They must have had memos come into them for running this. It's a very obscure story that ran on a couple of news stations. Then it was buried, but it's very interesting, and I think it says something about drinking subtly. Play the clip. Drink up.
All right, Jen and Brian. Bottoms up. Yes, bottoms up. You know why? Because a new British study claims smarter people drink more.
Well, I could have told you that.
Yeah, how about that? Researchers found that children who were classified as intelligent when they were young grew up to be adults who drank alcohol more frequently and in greater quantities than less intelligent people. Basically, smarter kids end up drinking more. So why?
Why are we putting this on the air?
Their verdict is out on that one. Researchers add that
information.
Yeah, drinking more will certainly not make you any more smarter than you already are.
Holy crap, John! Great find. What study was this? That
I couldn't find this study.
That is phenomenal.
Buried. So, and the other thing is that you notice the black guy this is one of those shows that's like a morning clone show done somewhere.
Yeah, everybody.
That I found on some very.
Hey, everybody! Good morning. Hey, did you know the drinking makes you smarter? Hey, how you doing?
Totally.
It's 35
and
degrees
so this
outside.
Black guy says, "Who's the stooge?"
He must do the weather.
Why are we airing this? He says right in the middle of it. Like we shouldn't be telling anybody
this
about
is bad.
This fact.
Don't say this. Don't talk
forbid.
about fact.
So he's already sold out, this guy.
So one thing,
even though he doesn't know it,
the one thing we'd like to explain to our human resources who follow this program is how, if you want to get in the news, and any good PR company will tell you this, any good one, and I've heard it said to me verbatim. In fact, when we were trying to get podcasting off the ground, we'd hire. And for short periods of time, believe me, we'd hire a PR company, some really good ones, and like what are the good ones? Like Slate PR, guys like this, like not Hill and Knowlton, who does the High Speed Rail Association. They'll say the best way to get something into the news is to come up with a study, some form of survey that has astounding results, and then make a press release out of that. And if you can attach some kind of legitimacy to it, like a professor or a university, and of course you can poll and extrapolate results any way you want to, as long as the headline reads properly. That is what gets picked up by news organizations. That's how it works.